Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage, all got perspective. It's a collective. Get to the bottom of the truth is, with our hearts uncovered. Boy, detox from all of the lies you smothered. What I'm trying to kill you, but with faith you recover. Yeah, peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to reflect on all the juice like torture. It's on you, tell the truth.
Yeah, we about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Listen. Yeah. Aim in the fit so you see in the mirror. Play with your focus and watch it get clear. Polish your crown, turn it up if you wear it. You live in the root, release what you're fearing. And watch it all rise, the righteous will hear it. They calling us twisted, I'm not even caring. Because it's unseen, the mind is too barren. They won't even heal it, they pass it to cheering. We over here healing, conversing and listening. Know that the truth isn't always appealing, but end it with healing and find your beginning. Frequency positive, what you receiving. Perception is up to you, what you believing. What you retrieving, mentally speaking. Life that they breathing, no words from a heathen. Don't know it all, but together undefeated. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen, hey. Yeah. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Praying for truth cause the world is so fickle. Keeping my mental how clean as a whistle. Attention's a trap that can lead you astray. Sneering this shit through the storm and the haze. Real conversations are lost in the greed. Others get lost in the web that it weaves. Sift through the rhetoric, uncover schemes. Knowledge inherited, this is imperative. I got a lot on my mind and I'm sharing it. Apples to oranges, it ain't no comparisons. I'm the type that'll never break character. I'm the type to make memories and cherish them. Trust intuition and doubt of disparity. Pursuing the echoes of wisdom. Chasing that moment of clarity. Conversation rather one if you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trap with the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation rather one if you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trap with the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. Who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen.
It's on you, tell the truth.
Peace. I am Kimberly Vertigan. I'm a holistic health practitioner and herbalist. And I want to talk to you and I'm also known as Universe Badger. I want to talk to you tonight as we're talking about the three words that have sparked conversations across cultures, communities, and generations. Understanding, innerstanding, and overstanding. Some people use them interchangeably. Others believe each one represents a different way of knowing. So tonight we're asking, do words really shape reality? Or do our experiences, perspective, give words their meaning? So what's your opinion? And Golden Eagle, could you please do me the honors of reading the deeper meaning?
Absolutely. Words are more than sounds. They're symbols we use to communicate ideas, experiences, and perspectives. Sometimes one word carries different meanings, depending on who's speaking. who's listening, and experiences each person brings to the conversation. Whether someone says understanding, understanding, or overstanding, the deeper question isn't simply what the words mean, it's how language influences the way we think, communicate, and relate to one another. Language has the power to connect us, challenge us, inspire us, and sometimes divide us. The words we choose become the bridge between our thoughts and the world around us. Tonight isn't about proving who's right. It's about exploring perspective, asking questions, and creating space for meaningful conversation. You want me to go on with the origins and meanings?
Yes, please.
Origins and meanings. Before we begin the conversation, let's establish what these words mean and where they come from. Understanding, the origin. Oh, the Old English, understanding. Definition: to comprehend, grasp, or perceive the meaning of something, although many people today associate under with beneath. The language scholars generally agree the original word did not carry that modern interpretation. Historically, the word referred to comprehending or standing among an idea rather than standing beneath it. Innerstanding, the origin, a modern term that became popular in some spiritual, Afrocentric, and Rastafari communities. Definition: an inward knowing gained through personal experience, self-awareness, reflection, and intuition. It isn't recognized as traditional English dictionary word, although it carries deep meaning for many people who use it. Overstanding. Origin, also a modern term used in some spiritual and Rastafari traditions. Definition: often described as seeing from a broader perspective or having a higher level of awareness. Like innerstanding, it isn't a historical English word, although many communities intentionally use it to express a different perspective. Now that we've explored where these words come from, what's your opinion? Do words shape reality, or do we give words their meaning? Let's have a good conversation.
Okay. So peace, Ray, and peace, Tim.
What's happening? How you doing?
What's up, Ray?
Well,
What's up, nephew?
Are you good, man?
And he is froze. The nephew is froze.
Okay.
Nope, not now.
Okay.
Oh, maybe so. You have to unmute yourself there, Tim. Or not. Tim is out in the woods, so it's
I was
hard.
gonna say he might not have very good signal. He's way up there.
Way up there. So let's get into the first question. Who decides what a word means? The people who created it, the dictionary, or the people who continue to use it? What do you think, Golden Eagle?
I think for the most part, the dictionary defines it. But at the same time, I like to think it's a little bit of all three. You know, obviously it's dependent on who's using it and what they mean by it. But also, obviously, I think most importantly, also those who created it and the intent they created it with, or the intent they had for it.
So we had a little discussion before the show because you thought that we were just going to speak on these three words and not the deeper meaning of the words.
Right.
And the only reason why I want to touch base on that is because I think people forget there is deeper meanings to a word than just the word itself. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I agree. Again, it's all about intent and how it's being used, but I just stand by the whole literal definition of words. I think if we all stick to that, communication barriers are less. they're not as great, you know what I mean? If we just stand by the literal definition of words, then yeah, it breaks down communication barriers.
And I appreciate the fact that you said that because sometimes a lot of people don't use words the same way.
Right.
They're not using it for the literal aspect of it, like the word terrific. Terrific, actually, the origin of a terrific is a terrific storm. It's actually bad. But a lot of people turn it into a positive meaning as if that changes the origin of the word. So, Ray, same question. Who decides what a word means? Is it the people who created it, the dictionary, or the people who continue to use it?
Like bro says, it's a little bit of all. I mean, mostly, obviously, I can't look at this little fountain out here and just call it a fucking farmhouse because I want a word for it. It is a lot of what we understand about things, how we 3 words you're talking about. I bet I got everybody else does.
Your signal's going in and out a little bit.
Yeah, why does it always do? It's like it pick on me every time I'm here.
I don't even know.
Owen trying to say something, then it just cuts me out. But maybe that's somebody. I don't know. What did you hear? What did you get?
Something about a fountain outside.
I said I can't look at this little fountain out here and call it a fucking farmhouse just because I want to change the definition.
Okay, I can receive that.
But of course, we all also have our interpretation of the way words are used. Fountain.
Nope, we lost you after the words. What words mean?
Words mean. Oh, hell, what did I say? What words mean? Yeah. It's a difference between what words, by trying to change the meaning of a word, and just interpreting the word in a different way. You understand what I'm saying? Like I can't call that fountain a farmhouse just because I want to call it that, take it seriously. But I could have a different interpretation of words than everybody.
After interpretation, we lost you again.
I'm interpreting. I need to go and put my own mic on this thing. Right.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you're hearing. How people interpret words.
Okay.
Causes a different meaning as opposed to just changing the word. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Get that part?
Yeah, we got that part. Peace, Illibis.
Peace.
So, can the meaning of a word evolve without losing the original meaning?
Can you give me an example?
I don't really have an example.
Can a word evolve without losing its original meaning?
Yeah, can the meaning of it?
I'm gonna say yes and no.
Okay. And I guess I did talk about the word terrific, how it originated from like a terrible word and people now made it become something positive. Does it change?
Okay, so yes, I agree.
Okay.
I agree. Yes, it can change and lose its original meaning.
Who determines that?
Huh?
Who determines that?
The people.
Oh.
Because just think about it. Does anyone know where amen originated from? After somebody says something good and how somebody praises it by saying amen to that. Does anyone know where original amen came from?
No, I don't really say that often, so I don't know where it came from.
The reason why I'm asking that is because before we became spiritual, we was just whatever religion we believed in because we was born into that mindset, right?
Right.
But when you dig back into ancient history, Amun Ra used to run Egypt at one point in time, right?
Okay.
And Amun Ra would have everyone say Amen after anything they said to praise him.
Oh.
Which got translated to now everybody saying amen. So every time someone says amen, they're really praising a lower deity. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I ain't even gonna lie. At one point in time, I said amen until I realized and did my homework on to figure out that your topic is accurate today.
Very accurate.
Yes.
So I kind of agreed, and I think that like people don't know the origin of a word; they just use it loosely. But we live in a matter of factual universe where the universe knows the origin of the word. So if I say, "Oh, terrific, I'm having a one of those days," that means that I am cursing myself. Is it intentionally or unintentionally?
Unintentionally, but can you enlighten me on terrific and where it originated from, so I can understand the difference?
So terrific was about something tragic. Like look at that terrific tornado. That's what it originated from, is something terrible, something drastic, something I don't know. I don't know another a way to explain, but it actually was a bad thing. It originated from like tornadoes and storms and stuff like that.
So terrific meant what we say. We use horrific now,
Yeah.
and at one point in time it meant terrific meant horrific, but it's
Dang. So I wonder if horrific was ever good then from the beginning.
that's a good question. I was kind of thinking that it was probably more just a convergence of words where we probably made up the word horrific, added that to the vocabulary. But I don't know. That's a good question. Horrific
Because
might have meant something great or something grand. It might have meant,
I
yeah,
mean, you know how the world makes done flipped everything on its face.
Yeah.
yes, yes,
And that's what this is about. Because sometimes when they say, up is down and down is up, is it really? Or is that just what we were told? Because at the end of the day, I think that words are spells, and I think they're used to manipulate and to cast if we use them incorrectly and not realizing that we're using them incorrectly. Or think we're just saying like we had a great day.
Yep.
So
That's why I say grand rising instead of good morning.
yeah, and I say grand acknowledgement. So
Yep. Makes sense.
Ray, because you go in and out a lot, I'm going to ask you this, if you can try to do this. If two people use the same word with different meanings, are they having the same conversation?
Wow, that's a deep question, really. I suppose, yeah, I guess, I read something in a philosophy book one time about how everybody sees everything differently, yada, yada, yada. Red to me might actually look green to you, but we both call it red or something. It goes way deeper than that. So if saying it, let's say that is true, and let's say it's even true part of the time, then yes, at times we are having the same conversation because we're referring to the same thing by what we think it means. So if we're still able to understand each other and we get that and we understand what's going on, then of course we're having a conversation. So of course it's possible.
Okay. What do you think, Golden Eagle? Do you think that two people use the same word with different meanings? Are they having the same conversation?
yeah, definitely. I mean, one word is just one word, and that's such a small piece of a conversation that. And again, just like Ray said, I mean, we might have a different meaning behind the same word, but it's still that one conversation regardless. So yeah.
I'm kind of in disagreement. But I'm going to see what Illibus says. Illibus, do you think that if two people use the same word with different meanings, are they having the same conversation?
No, I don't think there is. And the reason why is because, but then I don't know. It depends on if you got knowledge on the word. Like if you the outsider looking at the conversation, nah, they if they using the same word in two different meanings, yeah, they on two different frequencies.
That's how I feel too. Like read and read. Just because it's spelled the same, it all depends on the content, how I'm using it.
Yeah, it's all about how you're using it. But it's like,
you're blocked, Ray. Or Ray, would you say?
I was going to say, but even still, those are still two different words, though. Yeah, they appear, you know what I'm saying, as far as written. But if we're having a conversation, we're not going to confuse them because of that. Because spoken, we know the difference. Whereas, even though it's written, the same.
So. Right. But if you said your day was terrific, and I'm thinking terrific's bad, I'm going to take your word, even though you said the same thing I said. I'm thinking you had the worst day of your life.
But I'm not going to come in and saying, hey, I just had a great day. You know what I'm saying? If I'm coming in all good, you're just going to read the context of the situation. And you're going to think, well, he must have had actually a decent day. What the fuck is he talking about?
And that's the difference with removing the word itself. I think a lot of people lack that when it comes to typing. When you are not having a conversation directly where you can hear the person's conversation and you could see their body language and you can know how it's coming off through a text, I think that you had the worst day ever because I'm reading it through a text.
But hold on. But look, it's going, you got to think about it though. When you say it like that through a text, now I was thinking about red as you had said it, but I was looking at it from a color standpoint. RED and READ. But in a terrific conversation, if it's coming through text, it's gonna be, if I'm programmed on believing terrific is horrible, then I can't wait to see what comes behind the terrific if it's in text. But even if it's in person, I'm just gonna be in my brain. Yeah, we're gonna be you're gonna still be having the same conversation because if you enlightened yourself on the different meaning of this word, then you just gonna have in your brain that the other person's not educated on the word terrific, and you just gonna give them grace without even breaking down terrific. You see what I'm saying? Or at least that's how I'm gonna move.
How about this? I said to somebody, I said, well, all is well. I said to them, all is well. It's your show. If that's what you want to use, then go ahead. They got offended by me saying, all is well. It's your choice. It's your show. If that's what you want it to come by, then that's what it will be. Because
what was the word?
I asked them for a description, and they gave me about their show on the thing, and I'm speaking about their show they're coming on my platform with. They thought I was meaning their show that they're going to be talking about. I was talking about a description for the show that they're coming on because they misunderstood what I was saying. They felt I was being slick and condescending because I said all is well. It's your show. If that's what you want it to be titled and description to be, then it's your choice.
Okay, I got you now.
And it was because it was a text. It wasn't because we talked.
Yeah, but I got to interject with, look, just because there's a misunderstanding in the conversation doesn't mean there isn't a conversation. You still have a conversation.
Right, but it's not the same conversation. She thought I was attacking her. She felt offended because I said all is well.
Yeah, and I understand that, but I'm saying it is the same conversation. It's only one conversation. Two people are conversing, and again, there might be a misunderstanding, or somebody might not take the word the same as it's meant, but it's still just one conversation.
No, she thought I was talking about her show. She didn't know when I said, well, it's your show, I meant the show that she was coming on my show with.
I get that. I'm following you, but I'm just saying that she just misunderstood you in the midst of that conversation. It was still the same. It was still the same one conversation.
No, she thought I was talking about her show.
I understand that. She clearly misunderstood you in the midst of that conversation.
No. I was talking about her show. I was never talking about her show at all.
I get that.
But
clearly she misunderstood you. Okay. I get that. But it was still the conversation. And so over the process of over the course of that conversation, something was misunderstood.
What is your job?
What is my job?
Yes.
I drive high-low. Forklift.
Okay, that is your job at work, right?
Yeah.
So if I say to you, can you just do your job? Will you think that I'm talking about your job at work, or will you think I'm talking about your job on here?
Hey, me and him thought you was talking about his job on here.
And again, I could misunderstand what you're trying to say to me, but we're still having that conversation.
It was
It's
still a
just
different
a
conversation.
misunderstanding in the midst of the conversation.
She thought I was talking about her show that she discusses and that she's on the radio with and all this other stuff. And I wasn't speaking on that at all. I wasn't talking about that at all.
Yeah,
But
and I get that.
I said your show.
Yeah, and you was meaning like her show of her life?
Yeah, and I was talking about when she comes on here, I tell people that's their show. Because we're interviewing them. We're talking about what they want to talk about. So when I say that to people, I don't mean literally that if they have a show on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I want to talk about their show on my show, unless I'm interviewing them. But I said, what description do you want to use for your show? She sent me the title of her show and the description for her show. And that's not what I was talking about. So her and I were having two different conversations.
I disagree, but you guys were having one conversation. It was just not communicated well. There was a misunderstanding in the process of the
because she really went off on a whole different subject. I didn't even know what she was talking about.
So can I intervene real quick, Kim?
Yes.
Miss Kim?
Yes.
What Golden Eagle is saying is it was still a miscommunication. Because the miscommunication was the clarification on you just talk about your show versus.
But she thought I was talking about her show that she does on her own.
Yeah, because look, I even interpreted like once you was done with the conversation, you was just telling her like you run your show, like you run your own life type thing. That's how I interpreted it the first time you said it.
And that is not how she took it at all. And then once I explained to her, I said, well, maybe I could have worded it differently, but yet we were having two different conversations because I thought she was understanding me the whole time. I thought we were on the same page, not knowing that she misunderstood me from the beginning. So we were having two separate conversations.
Well, maybe it's split. Maybe it's split after your statement.
It split before my statement. It split as soon as I said your show because she really thought I was talking about the show that she does on a separate day.
Nigga, it's split a joke. It's split right when you said that, bro.
Yeah, that's what I said. As soon as I said your show, it split.
Yeah, so all right, then now I want to dig into it because I'm a digger.
Okay.
So what was the context of the conversation before you said your show?
I just said your show is coming up. Can I get a description and a title for it? And she sent me her title and her description for the show that she does on her own.
Yeah, so yeah, y'all was on two different pages.
We were on two different conversations. No, and it wasn't because...
Hold on. Look, I'm a digger. So look, what was the context before that? Because I'm saying
there was none. I just said to her, your show's coming up on Tuesday. Can I get a title and a description of for your show? She gave me the title and description of her show. And I said, well, if you want to use that, that's fine. But that doesn't discuss anything else that you're doing because we're going to interview you. She was totally confused by the whole situation.
I get it now. Can I show it to you real quick? Because I told you I'm a digger.
No, I get it too. I got it afterwards. But I'm just saying that's how two people are going to have. They think they're having the same conversation, but they're not.
And then it goes back to what Golden Eagle said. When it go back to what Golden Eagle say, it was a miscommunication from the beginning. Because
I should have said to her, not about her show per se that she does on her own. I should have said, your interview is coming. I could have chose my words.
Bingo.
She understood it. I knew that after the fact. And then when I explained that to her, I said, I probably could have choose different words. But for her to get offended and be like, just forget it all together and to jump out of it, that's because she was coming from whatever state of mind she was having a perception of. Had nothing to do with me at the end of the day.
And she probably could have been going through something at that time, and you was just the straw that broke the camel's back.
That's what I was saying. Because nobody knows exactly what someone's feeling when you're talking. If you're not doing it personal. And that's why I said it's all about tags. It's all about, There's a lot. There's a lot.
May I say something?
You're right, but the question was is it to have a conversation where two people are using different words? And
No,
yes,
Hey, hold on.
people
Hold
no,
on, Ray.
two
Ray.
people use the same
possible.
word and have a different meaning. It says, can
Hey,
two people use the same word and have a different meaning and have the same conversation?
Can they have the
uh,
same conversation?
We
Yes.
weren't having the same
Guys,
conversation.
no, you guys weren't, but
No.
me and the boy over here were. So
Yeah, you guys were.
it is. You did. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't saying it's an absolute that every conversation that anybody ever has is completely understood. But
No.
the question was it possible? And I was saying, yeah, it's possible. And you've proven where it's not possible. So it's both. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it wasn't asking if it's possible. It just said if two people use the same word with different meanings, are they having the same conversation? Her and I weren't having the same conversation because I said your show.
So it's either way. It's possible both ways.
hey, Miss Kim.
Yes.
Yes.
May I say something to you?
Yes.
I'm so glad you got that up out of you, though.
Oh, I got it out of me right after it happened, though. This has been a month or so ago. We already did a show on it.
Yeah, I can feel it still in you, though, right now.
No, not
Like,
at all. Actually, it's not. I was just trying to use for an example how it can. How
oh,
to can.
shit. Golden Eagle.
I don't even care about it anymore.
I see you over there, boy.
So, I want a divine creation, peace and love.
Peace. How y'all doing?
All is truly well. So, do words shape our thoughts, or do our thoughts reshape our words?
Both.
Elaborate.
Damn. Kind of like just like you said, well, our words can definitely shape thoughts. And when you get, if you're
We're
like
waiting
the
on me.
person, huh? Can
We're
y'all hear me?
I
Yeah.
can.
Okay. When people are speaking to you or whatever, it's definitely, they can take you down the imagination. If you're listening to a story that they're telling or whatever, you can almost feel like you there, that they're telling a story or whatever. But at the same time, when it comes time for you to give information or whatever, what you say can, where you need to look at how you think what you say can translate to with somebody else. So it's both sides to me.
Okay. Golden Eagle. Can changing one word change the way that we see ourselves, others, in the world around us?
Oh, I mean, I don't know about that. I believe so. I guess I can't. I guess that's kind of hard. We can change in one word, change the way we see ourselves, others, or the world around. I think so. I don't know that I really have an answer for that one. Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't know how to answer that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How about you, Ray? What do you think? Can changing one word change the way that we see ourselves, others, and the world around us?
Yeah. I know several instances where if an individual would have changed maybe one word in the way they presented themselves, it might have been a whole different ballgame. So yes, it could have. It could have. Words are very important. That's why we should choose them wisely.
I agree. So, Elibis, when does language become our culture? And when does our culture begin changing language?
Once you start programming, it's just like an affirmation.
Hmm.
I was hoping you would ask me the same question you asked SGF. Yeah, SGF.
He changed his name to Divine Creation.
All right. Same thing like you asked divine creation. It's like, yes, words can shape your brain and your brain and words can shape your reality. It's just all about what you programming yourself on. If you continuously program yourself until you believe it, your whole reality is gonna change. Because you're gonna start seeing things from what you programming instead of you being programmed by the external reality.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask Golden Eagle, do you want to answer? Do you have a different opinion on both of those things? Can changing one word change, or what did I ask? Divine
Well, I
creation.
guess, after Ray answered that, and that's kind of why I was stumped. Like changing one word, I wasn't sure how that question. I guess I wasn't sure where that question comes from. Changing one word in a sentence can definitely change how you come across or how it's received. I wasn't sure if it was saying changing the word as in changing the definition to the word or the meaning to it, because I mean that's where I felt stumped. But like Ray said, changing one word in a sentence can definitely make a huge difference in how you see yourself or how others receive it or how you receive it or how the world around us, how you're received, I guess. So yeah.
Okay. So how about you, divine creation? Does when does language become culture, and when does culture begin changing the language?
I guess language become culture once you start accepting it. And what was the other one?
When does culture begin changing the language? Oh, we lost. We lost them.
When education comes into play
I'm
on
agreeing.
everything.
I'm agreeing because ignorance is not knowing, not because you're dumb.
Exactly.
So I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing. All right. So when does culture begin changing the language? Divine creation.
When does culture begin to change language?
Yeah.
When you stop letting it define you.
There you go. That'll work too. When you disappeared, we were talking about how ignorance is not because you're dumb, it's just because you didn't know.
Yeah, it just means not knowing.
How about this, Golden Eagle? Have you ever changed the meaning of a word because your life experience changed? Uh-oh. I hear your mouth moving. I see your mouth moving. How about there you go. Do it again.
Yeah, I'm sure I have, but I can't really think of a particular time or word when it's happened. But I'm sure I have. I mean,
Okay.
I know there's been times where my perception or understanding of a word has changed. So I then changed the meaning of it within myself. It meant something more or something different at some point. And again, I wish I could think of a word that's because I know I've had that experience, but the specific words aren't really coming to mind.
I have two words that I don't use anymore because I changed the meaning of the words. I don't use but because to me it's a period. You're getting rid of whatever you said beforehand. So you might as well just forget it because you can't do two when you put a but in between. And also potential. I don't use the word potential because to me potential is stagnant without action. Now a lot of people see it as different. But them are two different words that I no longer use. And I don't use the word welcome. I catch myself every now and then saying it, but for some reason I'm not really comfortable with that word. I don't really feel good with it. So I stopped using it. I don't know why. I
Why?
just don't.
Why though?
I don't know. I just don't. I don't like it. I can tell somebody they're welcome though, but I can't invite them like welcome. I
So
don't
if
know.
somebody
What
was
was
to
that?
ask you, so if somebody was to ask you why is welcome not allowed in your vocabulary, you wouldn't know how to tell them.
Not at all. I just don't feel comfortable. It doesn't sit right with myself.
So what? All right, may I ask like a couple coaching questions real quick because I really want to learn this.
Okay.
All right, so the first question would be, how does it make you feel when you hear the word welcome?
Um, to me, it seems like a dark word. It's like I'm inviting in spirits and energy.
I ain't even got to ask no more questions. I got that's the answer right there.
Okay.
Bet. Damn, now you got me recontemplate the word welcome.
Because it's like inviting something in that's not wanted to me. So, but I do tell people they are welcome when they say thank you.
So look down. So don't tell me welcome now that I know what you really think about the word welcome.
I don't like thumbs either. To me, it's might as well flip somebody off, especially if
I
it's like,
totally agree with you on the butt though, because I don't even like it when like not even when somebody's talking to me and saying well in a any kind of context if they yeah I don't like butt because I feel like butt is a not only a period but I don't feel like butt's a period. I feel like butt is a word that you're about to recant everything that you said before it.
yeah, it's wishy washy to me.
What
So
was
I
that
always try
question
to use
again?
So, the question was, have you ever changed the meaning of a word because the life experience changed?
Oh, because of a life experience. Oh, okay then.
Because when I was younger, I'd use "but" for things, and when I was younger, I would use, I would say "welcome" and I would say other things. But once I grown and became more in tune with myself, and I started listening to my inner self more, I don't feel comfortable with a lot of things like I used to. So, how about this, Ray? If words create understanding, what creates wisdom?
Words. Okay. Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
If words create understanding, what creates wisdom?
Experience.
Okay, okay.
he
I'll
felt good on that answer too.
do. I like that one though. He was really confident.
Yeah, hey, he holla experience. Hmm.
He dropped his mic. I'm mad.
But I mean, it's a true statement though.
Yeah, no, I get it.
That's
I get it.
facts.
So
Yeah.
what creates wisdom is experience. I get it. No, it's true. So is wisdom learned through knowledge or through experience? And I'm going to ask somebody else that question because you answered the first one. So I'm going to go to I'm going to go to divine creation. Is wisdom learned through knowledge or through experience?
Uh, First, let's go back to the previous question. What was that question?
If words create understanding, what creates wisdom?
So, what does thought create then?
Action.
But what did? Nah, word with the word was living, so that would be the action. The thought was first.
So if wisdom learned
It's-
thought or through knowledge or through experience.
I
So you're
mean, we
saying
were
your answer is thought for the first one?
no, no. I was saying because I was the question or whatever it had put word before thought. And so
'Cause
it threw me off with that one or whatever. I was like, well, what the hell is thought it then?
no, if
Well,
words create understanding, what creates wisdom?
words don't create understanding. The words are your action from the understanding. So whatever your thought was the way understood everything. Observation created understanding. Your words was your action.
Okay.
Well, and then the wisdom. But going back to my question, what was that again?
Is wisdom learned through knowledge or through experience?
Both. You don't have to go through every damn thing or whatever. You can watch somebody else down the street, somebody you know, a friend or whatever, and you see them go through it firsthand. That's your knowledge of it. You know, wisdom is pretty much when you hands on, you went through it firsthand. You know, that's your personal wisdom. But you can also get it through watching other people, and I would consider that knowledge. You know, I got the knowledge that if I jump off a bridge, that might be a terrible day, but I don't have no experience from it though.
You know, and I've also learned that being silent, you're going to learn more wisdom.
Exactly.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Do
Unless more everybody,
Oh, Ray, all I heard was the one word that you said. Everything else went out.
the less I talk, the more everybody else talks, and I learn.
Facts, facts, facts. So, Golden Eagle, do we inherit language or do we inherit the meaning attached to it?
Do we inherit? I think we inherit language. Do we inherit the meanings attached? Maybe both, honestly.
Okay. So, Ilibis, can misunderstanding language create unnecessary division between people?
And what?
Can misunderstanding language create unnecessary division between people?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Because you were static and then I almost couldn't hear you.
You just went in and out. What happened?
Exactly. My point. That was my point right there.
I figured it. So, divine creation. If language disappeared tomorrow, how would we communicate understanding?
Can I answer that?
We're going to ask everybody the same question because that's our last one. Divine creation, are you still there?
I was talking to my kids about the question. What was the previous question? What was the other question?
Do you want the last one I just said or the one before it?
The one you said you was gonna ask everybody, I guess.
If language disappeared tomorrow, how would we communicate understanding?
Sign language.
Okay.
It was the
Would
first form of communication. Between tribes, where we understood. It wasn't like we had the exact sign language, but we understood hand gestures. Well, I think it'll just go back more primal. We probably have some telekinesis people popping out after some decades.
Okay. How about you, Golden Eagle? What do you think? If language disappeared tomorrow, how would we communicate understanding?
Yeah, I was gonna say the
Telepathy.
same. Actually, sign language, body language, which is one and the same. You know.
What do you think, Ray?
Same thing they both said. Sign language. We
I,
figure out we'd be writing shit eventually too, so that would come back eventually. So all of it.
all right. I love the fact that I'm a little bit different. How about you, Ilibis? If language disappeared tomorrow, how would we communicate understanding?
How we communicating right now without words? Because think about it. If I could sit here and see how Ray felt after he gave his answer and he didn't express it, he just showed it through his body. We do it already. We just only hanging on to people's words or what they say when we sit up here reading them. And all right, I ask you this question. You say one thing, but your body and your face telling me a whole nother thing. We already doing it. So I think if words was to be stripped, we all inherited telepathy anyway. So and we're all readers. We just don't call people on it. So if wasn't no words in the play, people would it be I think it would be harder for people to get away with what they get away with now. So yeah, we would be reading it through telepathy.
You know, and my answer is intentionally. If words disappeared tomorrow, I think intention would make a big difference, and people would come at things harder and stronger. I know a lot of people that are triggered by words in that it doesn't matter what the word may be. They're waiting for a word to be said so they can have a reason to feel offended and attacked, no matter what it is. And I think that if words disappeared in the communication, we would have different ways of communicating through smell, through music, through humming, through sound, other things that we did way before words. And I think that also intention. I think people would know your intention more. So yeah, that's my opinion. So we were talking about at the beginning of understanding, overstanding, and understanding. I've changed the meaning of those words because I've changed. Even though those meanings of those words were inherited and brought on, they're not really words. They're not words from a dictionary. They're not urban language that can go back from years and years and years. But a lot of people, what is it called? SGF Graham, I know I'm going to say it wrong because I always say the anatomy or the autonomy, and it's actually that's for ants, right? So what's it called? Studying words and the meaning of words.
The autonomy.
Oh, I said it right then. Yeah. So a lot of people
Oh,
don't,
hold on. I'm finna look it up. It might be
because
etymology. Hold on.
I thought I said it wrong. Peace be with you, Dre. I haven't heard from you in a while. Hope all is well. Dre is a young individual that was introduced to me from my spawn, my child. I don't call my
Yeah,
child, but go ahead.
my bad. Yeah, I was right the second time. Etymology.
Etymology. Okay, I said it wrong. What I said, that's the study of bugs or ants or something. So, understanding, overstanding, and understanding. What do they mean to you, Ray, before we wrap this up?
Yeah. Well, understanding is when information changes the way you look at something, but I guess understanding would go a step deeper. Like that'd be where it would stop being about what you know intellectually and it become more about what you verified through life experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand that touching fire gonna burn me because somebody explained combustion. I just know because I burnt the shit out of myself. That's understanding. Like overstanding is where I think people lose me probably. To me, it's like it's a word to me. I mean, overstanding. It's about being. How do I want to put this? It's seeing the larger system that gives meaning to the individual parts. It's like it's understanding why you understand. To me, that's what overstanding means. I don't know. Like somebody don't like me, I don't try to take it personally right away anymore. I ask myself, like, what belief or insecurity am I threatening that makes me easier to reject than understand? It's like trying to understand why you understand. I fucking half hour to explain this the way I mean.
No, I agree with you, though. What do you think, Illibis?
Understanding, overstanding, and understanding.
Yes.
And what's the question to them three words? What's my interpretation of them?
Yes.
Understanding is me. I feel like understanding is like I understand you like from a soul purpose.
Okay.
Understanding, I don't even use that word no more because I feel like it's beneath somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear a lot of people use overstanding too, but I don't really like that because then I feel like somebody's superior to somebody. So understanding, I feel like we right here.
Okay. How about you, divine creation?
I
gotta get used to calling him divine creation.
Nah, it's only on here. You know, we all divine creations, but I decided,
Alright.
that's my name. But to understand is understanding the construct of what the mass they want the masses to understand about something. Understanding is understanding what it means to you, and overstand is complete bullshit. But the best way that I can use overstand would be like if uh you you see what the government is doing. They say, oh, I overstand. Like they see beyond the shadows or whatever. Even though overstand is complete bullshit, it's just somebody trying to say that they understand more than everybody else understand. or whatever, you know. But you know, that's my opinion on them.
Okay. How about you, Golden Eagle? What's your opinion on it?
I take understanding as just having a comprehension of conversation or what it is that's going on the outside. Understanding, is more of a understanding of oneself, and overstand. Yeah, we were talking about this, so I looked up the definitions, and that's the only word that I could find that actually had a definition in the Oxford Dictionary and the Webster's Dictionary, and so I just go with that one because I've never really heard it used. Um, but overstand, according to the dictionary, just means that it's more of a nautical thing. So it means like somebody's sailing a boat and they overshot their mark to overstand. So that's all I got on that. I mean, but I also believe I can see the sense like divine creation just said too. Obviously, overstanding the thought that kind of like the system or the government, they overstand, they have a higher knowledge of, or trying to give us the sense that they do. But again, I just stick with what I found in the dictionary, and to overstand is just means that you overshot your mark. You know.
Okay.
And it's
So,
funny because for some reason, we love using nautical terms for regular land conversation. Or if people look at it, we say a lot of nautical stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And again, and I feel like it's a great metaphor. I mean, and a lot of times they're using them as more of a metaphor to things right here on ground.
and what did Dre say? It's on the screen. I can't see it.
Let's see. Dre said, "God bless you all. You're all amazing. Keep shining your light. I pray to keep striving forward and keep applying yourself and never give up." He also said, "Thank you for supporting our community."
You make a difference. I seen that part.
I didn't catch that. Uh,
It's on the screen right now.
okay.
So for me, you know, like I said, I think people use words as triggers. Words can come across and someone can feel offended, attacked, and whatnot. And half the time, it has nothing to do with the word you use. I think it's their perception beforehand and what they're dealing with in their mental capacity of how they're seeing the word. Are they seeing the word from someone with discernment, or are they seeing the word from someone as attack or a battlefield? So I don't think it's the word itself that makes a difference. For understanding, overstanding, and understanding, I do see how understanding is thinking that it's beneath, and I don't really use it much. Also, I get it, and I know why it was there, but I don't use it much. Also, and for overstanding, and I feel that you've experienced it, you went through it, you get it. You don't have to be beat to death of it, and it's a control thing. I think over is people like the government and stuff like that too. And for understanding, I use that way more because not only did I experience it, but I get it. I feel it within me. So that's how I receive it. So can you do the closing reflection, and then we're gonna get into the positive message? Okay, go ahead. Divine creation.
The construct of understanding, the best example that I can use how the construct was originally used, it was like I stand under the grace of God. I stand under the knowledge of God. I stand under, like, it's on your dome, it's on your brain, it's on your mind. That was what understanding originally meant, where it wasn't standing beneath something. It was what was on top. You was up under, the rest of your body was connected to your halo, or whatever you want to call it, your high chakra, your halo. That's the original construct of I understand, before it just went to understand,
Okay.
where it was two separate words.
Elibis, before you head out, do you want to leave your positive message?
I love y'all,
Aw,
and I appreciate y'all for enlightening me today.
aw.
In divine creation, thank you, divine creation.
Most welcome, my brother. Most welcome.
and Golden Eagle. I don't know why I always want to call you Golden Eagle, but Golden Eagle, it was a pleasure today. I got to see you today with that. Hold on.
Get the good
I thought you had a Kango on all this time.
Oh, not today. Not today. I usually do, actually.
See,
Yeah,
see, that means
yeah.
Yeah.
that's that see in the future.
Yes, sir. That's
But now,
Thursday.
though, on some real shit, thank you, Miss Kim. I'm about to go put my son to bed. I appreciate y'all, and we'll be back.
All right. Peace and love.
All
Peace
right,
and
peace,
love
peace.
to you.
Peace and
I
love,
say,
bro.
yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, and now Ray ain't talking to nobody. I appreciate you too, Ray. Thank you. You allowed me to read you today.
I think he froze.
Yeah, he looked like he froze too. All right, I'm out.
All right. Peace. All right. Do the closing reflection, and then we'll do positive message.
Okay. Maybe tonight wasn't about deciding which word is right. Maybe it was about becoming more intentional with the words we choose, the meanings we give them, and the conversations they create. Whether you say understanding, understanding, or overstanding, every word carries a perspective, and every perspective has a story. Thank you for sharing your perspective with us tonight.
Continue.
A bridge to Thursday. Before we leave tonight, I want to leave you with something to think about. If words shape reality, what happens when we don't fully understand the words we're using? This Thursday, we're taking the conversation one step further. What's your opinion? The power of meaning, omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient,
Omniscient. Yep.
omniscient. We'll explore the meanings behind these words and ask a bigger question. Does the meaning of a word shape the meaning of an idea? Join us Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
So, what is your positive message?
Mine?
Yes.
I'm gonna just stick with what I haven't actually used in a while, but just love, man. Like I say, I've said it many times already. Love yourself and love those around you. Whether it's those and even the stranger that you might pass by, man. The more love we spread, the better this world's gonna be. So just love, man. Just love yourself first of all.
Divine creation.
Mine is one simple word. So
So.
why do you care what everybody else thinks? So if you really think you're doing what you're supposed to do or what you want to do, and it doesn't feel no way to you, so do it. So that's how I feel.
My word is alignment. Align yourself with what you want and allow it. Allow it. Acceptance. Allowing is hard. A lot of people don't allow. They talk about wine, but when it comes in front of their face, they don't allow it. For some reason, they battle it. I want love, but I'm going to fight the person that's giving me love. I want to understand, overstand, or innerstand, whatever you choose to say. Yet I'm going to battle everything you say. But yet I'm the one that's asking you to explain it. So allow. Thank you, everyone, for taking time out of your day to have a good conversation with us. Thank you for listening to the People's Podcast, the ears that will listen, and where your opinion matters. May your night be full of positive energy and high vibrations. Peace filled with love. Until next time, Ashe, everyone.
Peace, peace.
Peace.
Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people. Rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective. It's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is. Where the heart's uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smother. Where them tries could have killed you. But with faith you recover. Yup. Peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to.